Hello Aquarius, welcome to your mid-January 2 months now. So I'm going to try to shuffle it very well before I start the reading. And I'm using high definition this time, so maybe the cards would be easier for you to see the details. So this is one of my favorite decks. Alright, so let's see what's in store for you guys. Born in the end of January. I do feel that around your birthday time, try to do, positive manifestation and also releasing negative energies. It is extremely potent. So, give that a try if there are things that you want to manifest and things you want to release in the new moons and full moons respectively, all right? Okay. So the first card out here is the Strength card. It's in the reverse position, so I do feel that, when I mention a lot of you are flip-flopping about something, I do feel that it comes to courage, okay? The Strength card in this deck, in most of the decks that I've seen, but especially in this one, it is about coaxing some answers out of somebody, or it's kind of like that energy where you are prying the answers out of the lion's mouth. So you're dealing with somebody who is potentially very proud, and they won't say what's on their mind, and vice versa. It could be you who is very, very proud, and you don't know how to, say what's on your mind, or you don't know how to give that you don't know how to come across naturally without feeling vulnerable. So that's the impression I was getting from this the initial first card. What's crossing it here is the Three of Coins, and the Three of Coins usually indicates a work situation, especially a collaboration, a work partnership as well. And it's a situation generally where you are working in close proximity with somebody to build something of value. So I'm going to pull out two more cards for the outcome, and then I'll show you the individual cards that decided to pop up. Okay. All right. Okay, so there is a work situation, and I do feel because it's work related and because, in a work environment, we always have to conduct ourselves accordingly. There are, social norms regarding what is appropriate to discuss in a work environment, what's not, and you have to take everybody's sensibilities into account, okay? So this is all about, being politically correct and trying to say things that are not offensive to others, or even we have to be very professional. Therefore, we can't really behave in a very eccentric way, which is something Aquarius are often known for. So I do feel that a lot of you might have to be in a situation where you have to suppress your sense of individuality as well as your ego in order to make this a very smooth, collaborative work situation, okay? So there's some kind of work project where you are potentially dealing with two other people and you're working in close proximity. You have to watch what you say. You have to take their feelings into account. So something like that is coming out, and it's as a result of it, your sense of individuality, your sense of patience, your sense of even, eccentricism. It's being suppressed as a result of this. In the past position, we have the Page of Wands, and the Page of Wands indicates to me news, communication from other people coming into you regarding a work situation. So this can even be, hearing back from a job interview. This can be, landing that perfect assignment, landing that client. upgrading your portfolios, or getting some type of very good communication coming through that you've long expected, and things are finally rolling along. So in the past this has happened, so this could have been as far back as like 3 months, or this could just be hearing back in January. So there's some type of work environment coming through, and it's bringing you to this position right now. In terms of what's crowning you, and the crowning energy is basically the overall theme of the reading. We do have the moon in the reverse position, and with the moon in the reverse, this is a moment of clarity, that anticipation, that confusion, all of it is being brought to an end. And this moment of clarity is coming through where you do have all the information you need to make an informed decision. So this is a very positive card, and it indicates to me, whatever was held up, whatever that you've had to wait in anticipate, and you had to wait on pins and needles over in the past, you're now dealing with it in a more lighthearted manner. Okay, so all that confusion, all that fogginess has been lifted from this situation. Along with the fogginess and the confusion, there might have been miscommunication, there might have been conflict, there might have been situations where people felt slighted. You might have felt slighted, or the other party might have felt slighted, and no one could reach a fair resolution. But I definitely feel some resolution is coming in, and it's a situation where people are letting down their pride, hence the Strength card in the reverse. They're letting down, their ego, their pride, their sense of stubbornness, in order to work and have a very smooth collaboration with one another. So once again, in the foundation, we do have the High Priestess, and this is a very beautiful card. This is the whole unveiling process. So the Moon reverse as well as the High Priestess upright are both corroborating the same energy, okay? And they're both telling me that it's the end to confusion, and this is a place of reaching enlightenment, because you now have a lot of information, and you can look at this card, you can literally see her lifting the veil off of her head, and there's a lotus on her head, like sprouting from the top of her head, and that to me indicates the crown chakra. So this is operating from a place of enlightenment, and having all the information you need, and you're dealing with people overall who are very high-minded, who are like-minded, and who are just all working together for the greater good. So if this is a work project where you weren't sure about other people's intentions, well, now you know that, everyone, they might not behave in the same way, or they might not project their intentions up front. But I do feel everyone here is working for the greater good. And honestly, building something of value is greatly indicated in this card, okay? In terms of the advice, we have the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups indicates a lot of choices, a lot of options, but these choices are being dwindled down, mainly because you have all the information that you need. So in the process of, I don't know where the shift came from, but suddenly there's some kind of news coming through. It cuts through the fog, it cuts through the confusion. You now know that there's only, a few ways to move forward. So your options are being dwindled down, but in a good way, where you're not going to feel restricted, and you're going to be able to take these ideas with you and formulate them and then execute them. Because I do feel in the next progression here, we have the Ten of Coins. And the Ten of Coins, it's the Ten of Pentacles, which is in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. It is the family stability, financial wealth, generational wealth, but overall it is financial stability. So whatever this situation is, if it's a new project, if it's a new work situation, there is a great sense of stability associated with it, okay? I'm going to say, for those of you who are dealing with like a relationship partner where there has been conflict, I do feel that this person is coming around wanting a more solid future with you. And if you have taken a break away from them, they were off building a financial base and they want to incorporate you into the fold. So they want to bring you along for the ride. So this is a very positive card. Now, in this deck, I usually look at it as, freedom from financial worries, but it's also a situation where your wildest dreams are coming true and you're feeling very elated and you're just, flying over the sun. So this is a very positive energy that is coming in external to you. And I do feel that all of the confusion has ended and now you're in a very, very good place. So what's coming in, once again, these cards are both echoing the same things, okay? So your hopes and fears, freedom from financial worries. So there's some type of a financial windfall coming through as a result of this, and you're already looking into your future and everything looks very rosy and bright and you're very ecstatic about your financial situation. So overall, it indicates a lot of stability. Now, the Pentacles card or the Coins suit also denotes stability overall. So it's a foundation we lay for ourselves, or it is being brought in by another person. And as a result, it is very, I guess, self-esteem boosting for all parties involved. So this is, working together with another person, potentially two other people, to build something of value, and then you see it magically pan out in a very short time frame. Okay, so if this has been done in the future, it is going to have a great outcome. If it has been done, or if it's starting this month, then it is going to have a very strong financial future, or it's going to pan out in a very stabilizing way. It is also Mercury in retrograde, so I do want you to, go through this multiple times. If there is a deadline, if there's a date that you have to submit it by, you want to just be very careful about this, okay? So in terms of the outcome, first of all, let's talk about the Ace of Coins, and this is the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is, in the traditional Rider-Waite, it is the pentacles being handed out by the hand of God, okay? So there is an opportunity here, and it's usually indicative of a financial windfall or a gift of, in terms of like employment opportunities, career opportunities, internship, paid internships, and things like that. It's finance related, and usually it comes in and it is there for the taking. And I do feel in this situation, a lot of you are going to hear about it first. But keep in mind, it is there for the taking. So if you are slow on the uptake, someone else might come along and, benefit from the opportunities. So this is something you want to be mindful about, okay? It is like a gift from the universe. It doesn't belong to anybody specifically. But if you catch wind of it first, then it is meant for you. So, try to pursue it and don't hesitate. Don't doubt yourself. And I feel that, once again, we have a situation here where you have an opportunity, but I feel that you're ruminating. You're running through, overthinking, overanalyzing, should I or shouldn't I? And once again, that flip-flopping energy I felt coming in for the beginning of the month is rearing its ugly head by the end of the month. So try to be proactive about this, and don't doubt yourself, don't second guess. Keep things into perspective and just know that, just go with it and think about it later. Okay, so just go with it. I know that, the tarot does narrow down the energies, and life is a little bit more complicated than that. And I do understand and I do sympathize, but I do sense as well. The aces are just new opportunities. When it's in the upright position, it is everything that we pretty much hope for in terms of finances, in terms of new work projects, okay? And it's going to trump the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is sort of like waiting for that one perfect opportunity that we had our eyes on, and we're giving something else, and we're thinking like, oh, maybe we should wait out for the other offer. But I do feel that, time's ticking. While you're waiting, time is ticking. So just be aware of that. Just be mindful of that. For a lot of you, So this is not going to apply to all, but specifically for those of you who are romantically interested in somebody in the workplace and work has constantly gotten in the way. I do feel there is going to be some communication coming through where you're looking for more of a love offer, but you're given the financial offer. So for example, if you like somebody and you're just like, maybe I should date, maybe I can date them. And as it turns out, they are kind of like, sent to work on your team, or they're sent to supervise you, or vice versa, you are sent to supervise them. So now you're just kind of like pining away, oh, I can't date them anymore. But, you've got a supervisory position and it's going to have a very, very handsome salary. So that's another way I feel that this can play out, where there's some kind of work project where you have to conduct yourself accordingly. And because you have done that, there's opportunities in the future for you. Okay, so take this one way at a time. The financial situation seems to be coming in first, so go with it. Just have faith that if it's meant for you, it's going to be there. And I do feel it is meant for you. You are coming into a lot of, so wait for things to have more of a clear and green light before you proceed. But I do feel with the relationship anyways, but I do feel when it comes to this financial opportunity, especially this work project, this work opportunity, it is very lucrative. Okay, now in terms of the other outcome that is coming through, we do have the Four of Coins. And the Four of Coins, I'm going to look at this first as somebody who is very, very guarded with their feelings and their resources, okay? In the reverse position, it is advising you as well. First of all, don't squander your hard-earned money because you're counting on a future payout. That would be foolish and for everybody, but in specifically for this month, because of the heavy Mercury in retrograde energy, you are going to get buyer's remorse if you squander your wealth, okay? And especially if you have like a tendency towards like emotional spending, where you've had a bad day and you want to go out and splurge on like a very expensive luxury item that you don't need. So just be very careful about emotional spending. In terms of emotions, this is a card that is telling me, well, both of these cards are echoing the same thing, okay? So in the past, you've had your eyes on something and you're waiting for that perfect opportunity. And I do feel that perfect opportunity is coming in for you. It can also be new relationships or just new work, but new relationships as well. Because the Pentacles card, especially the Ace of Pentacles, it is something of great value once we decide to build on it, okay? So if it's a job offer, it has great value once you decide to accept it and work it and make it your own. So it has a lot of potential for growth. In this situation, it is telling me that you have to not be so guarded with your heart and your feelings, and you have to learn to release it. You have to learn to let people show the real you. Because when I see these two cards together, I feel that, it's somebody who is kind of jaded when it comes to love relationships. They haven't really panned out in the past. You invested a lot of emotions, a lot of time, resources, etc. into it, and now you feel spiritually depleted. And if you look in the water, he's looking in the water and he's just like, where is my love? Where's my heart? Where's that soulmate connection? Where's that piece of my heart that's supposed to fulfill me emotionally? And while you're doing that, and if you're protective of your heart, the right person, even when they come in, they're not going to be able to, you're so protective of your heart that you're not sending out those signals that, I'm looking for love, for example, or I'm here, look at me, and come to me. So just release a little bit and try to, I guess, be more emotionally connected with other people, okay? And this can be as simple as, just sitting down chatting with random strangers, or even people that you normally don't talk to, and just asking them simple things like, how was your day, and listening to it rather than, interrupting, but listening to it. But this is forcing you to release and have more emotional connections with other people. And once again, I know that, for Aquarius, this is something that is, it doesn't come naturally. You can be friendly, and you can be very, very, I guess, like, detached when it comes to conversation, but asking somebody, how do you feel about this versus what do you think about this? I feel that it's going to go a long way, but the advice here is you have so much abundance coming in for you, and a lot of it is finances, but I do feel that there are relationships as well that are coming through that are worth building upon, okay? So this is going to be a very, very good month, and so far Capricorn has had a phenomenal reading. So I'm hoping, for those of you who are on the Capricorn Aquarius cusp, that you're feeling the energy and that you're going to be able to release some of this, you know, um, blocked up feelings or that emotional blockages that you might have had in the past, mainly because of, things not panning out the way you want, so you don't want to show how excited you are so soon. But I do feel something great, amazing is going to come in for you, and it has value, and it needs to be built upon. And I do feel that this whole collaborative process has been it's like the main challenge for you right now, mainly because you're forced to work in close proximity with somebody, and maybe even taking their advice to heart, and you're not going to be able to have that signature print of your own individuality, or your own sense of, your own creative way of doing it, the way that Aquarius loves to do it. But I do feel this collaboration is going to be very good for you. It is something worth building upon. So allow this opportunity to come in, learn from it, and, try not to hold on so tightly to, I guess, release the outcome, and also, let down your guard when it comes to dealing with other people. Let down your feelings, become vulnerable, allow yourself to feel things, and not become so clammed up and, fearing that you're going to be vulnerable, okay? So I'm going to say you are in loving hands here. A lot of the worries that have plagued you in the past, you are flying over it, okay? So you have some divine protection, divine help here, and somebody is soothing away your worries and your anxieties when it comes to family, when it comes to finances, okay? The only thing that is left here is, for those of you who are single and looking for love, I do feel something of value, or somebody that is of prominence is coming through to help you. So you have not only divine protection, you have mentorship. You have potentially somebody that is older than you that is coming through to guide you in the right direction, to save you from, all that carnage and all the disappointment that you've dealt with in the past. So I can't say anything else except that this is going to be a very, very wonderful month. For those of you who are dealing with, specifically, a Leo, I do feel that, there's going to be, extra care and attention is going to be required of you, specifically if you're dealing with a Leo, because, their egos are easily hurt. So there is some challenges coming through, but I feel that it's a good challenge, mainly because Leo is your polar opposite. So with the Strength card, this is the card of Leo. When it's in the reverse position, this person is a lot more sensitive than you are, and you're put in a position where you have to collaborate with them, okay? And when polar opposites meet, it creates great attraction. It also creates great repulsion. So just, make sure you operate on an even keel, and try to maintain your equilibrium with one another. But I'm going to say that, the Leonine pride, it's very easy to prick. So be be extra sensitive, and, you know, be kind of like this woman. She doesn't coerce, but at the same time, you know, she's very touchy-feely, and she's just somebody that is that knows how to calm a beast. Okay, so this is a really good energy for Aquarius to learn overall. And you know, usually we learn the most from our polar opposites. So you know, dating our polar opposites can be a very enlightening experience. And I feel like for a lot of you, that's what's happening here, because we have this situation that you're dealing with, somebody that you have to collaborate with, and as a result, you come into this total enlightenment where you're just like, wow, I can't believe people like this exist. But as a result of it, you're learning a lot about relationships, you're learning a lot about the world and about yourself. So this is going to be a very interesting month for Aquarius. This is the first time where I feel that you have to collaborate in very close proximity with somebody that is very different from you. So it's forcing you to not only, you know, not hold so strongly to all the things that you've believed in the past, or so not to be so fixed in your opinions, because you are also a fixed sign. So I feel like this whole process of release is not just about, you know, releasing your heart or opening up your heart. It's more about letting go of preconceived notions, like previous assumptions, and living life more on a clean with a clean slate, and embracing new opportunities as soon as they come in, rather than sitting down pining or overthinking opportunities. Okay, because life is ticking, and you want to grab life by the horns and just roll with it, rather than ruminate and, you know, think about how it could have been. So it is going to be a very interesting rest of the month. A little bit challenging for fixed signs, but I do sense that you're going to be fine. And this is a very, if anything, the financial situation is going to be, you know, beyond your wildest dreams, I feel. So I do wish you all the best, Aquarius. If you'd like a private reading, please contact me at temperatestar@gmail.com, or visit the website below where you can schedule your appointment with me. Take care. Bye-bye.